Hi there everyone, I'm Alex from CGIFarm, and in this video I'm going to show you how to start using our platform as fast as possible. The first thing you must do after you create an account is to go on the software download. Click download link and then you are going to get a zip file which contains an installer. Unzip the file and install the 3ds Max plugin, and this also contains an app called CGIFarm Sync. I'm going to show you exactly what each application is doing. After the installer finished copying the files, you get to run the CGIFarm Sync. This is the core of our application. It's used to connect with our server. It can do both upload and download the files from our server. You are going to upload the packages and download the frames to the location that you specify. So next thing is to launch 3ds Max. I'm going to briefly pause here because 3ds Max takes a few seconds to load. Alright, I'm back with 3ds Max locked and loaded. Our menu entry goes under rendering and it's called render with CGIFarm. This is our 3ds Max plugin application. This is the user interface. We try to keep it simple. I'm going to show you a few things that might be of your interest. So under the settings tab, you have the default upload location. We have two locations, but I'm going to keep this for a different video. And the sanity check level as well. You can control how advanced you go with the sanity check, and if you have different scenes, you can turn some of these levels off until you fix the issues and then run the full level. I'm going to let you see the in-depth video tutorials for this kind of settings. I'm going to run the defaults right now, and to use the plugin I need to open a 3ds Max scene, otherwise it's going to tell me that I don't have one opened. We made it pretty simple. After you run sanity check, and if you have orange, you're good to go. You have warnings. If you see red in any of these steps, you must fix those issues, otherwise you won't see the prepare button lighting up. So next thing is to go on the prepare stage. At this stage you are going to see the local explorer. Here I'm on a network path, but you can navigate to any destination by either copy pasting a path here where you want to go, or by clicking these dots and going back and forth on your folders. On the right side you have the archive, which is going to be uploaded to our render platform. Getting inside the archive, you're going to see the files which got appended by our 3ds Max plugin. If you have anima scenes, the packages are going to be saved in an anima folder here. For multiple scenes, in case you have XREF files, or you have multiple variation of the same scene with different settings but using the same assets, you can choose to append multiple 3ds Max scenes inside this package. Cover Max already exists. Alright, so I already had the cover. So I added two more 3ds Max files in here. We can choose to delete them or create different folders in the package. The sync output is going to be used to download the frames of the jobs that you create on our dashboard. I'll let it default like this. Here you have two options: zip this archive and export it locally. You get the zipped package with all your scenes and assets, a file which you can use to upload manually on our web dashboard or share with your friends. The upload function will submit this archive to our CGIFarm sync application. So it's going to archive it first and then begin the upload process. The package successfully uploaded, and if you go to the download tab, you're going to see a new package being added here. So for each job that you create on the dashboard, you're going to see a job underneath. I'm going to show you in a few minutes how that looks. I'm going to go to the dashboard now. I'm going to log in. Alright, so checking in the packages page, you're going to see the cover 9 is going into processing. If you name the package the same, so the package gets actually named from the 3ds Max file that you have open, it will increment that package name to make it unique, so you are not overriding any packages or having the need to remove them. You just need to check which one is the latest one, so you can check the date, or you can also see it here in the CGIFarm sync the name of the package which just got uploaded. It will take 2 or 3 minutes to process the scene. More complicated scenes might take up to 10 to 15 minutes to process. If you have multiple scenes, it will take longer. After the scene finish processing, scene or scenes, the package I should say, you're going to see this information icon here. You have access to all the logs which has been created from the 3ds Max scenes inside the package. Here you can see if you have any missing assets. Here you can also see the settings that you have on your scene, like output gamma, the active frame segment, the frame range that you have set on your scene, and also the resolution which is set on this particular file. Same for this one. If you have any missing assets, you're going to see this warning here. Some of these assets might not be used by this 3ds Max file. 3ds Max has something called a meta inside the Max file itself. Here it stores all the references to the textures and other kind of assets. So sometimes you might not have those textures used in the scene, but it's in there in the meta file. We read that and we show that it's missing from your package. But you can check your 3ds Max asset tracker, see if that file represents a problem for you. And if so, you are going to need to re-upload the package and make sure that asset got added in there. It might be a texture or might be a cache file which did not got added for some particular reason. We track a lot of assets, but sometimes some plugins which we may not use a lot did not get configured, or they are not using the asset tracker from 3ds Max. If this is the case, you can add it manually, fix the package, re-upload it, and you're good to go. And also make sure you notify us on our email to add support for that particular type of file. Alright, so it's the same. This is an older 3ds Max file, that's why I have this missing asset here. So the cover.max is the file that I wanted to use. After the package processed successfully and it's in the ready state, you can go ahead and create a new job or multiple jobs using this package. So I select the package, select the scene that I want, select the camera. Here you can add a frame range. It can be single frame, you can put 0 or whatever frames you want to render from your scene. If it's a single frame, you have the ability to choose to render this distributed. So by enable this, it will add 5 machines rendering the file in the same at the same time. I will choose not to use the single frame distributed. I'll actually put frame number 5 to render. The custom render settings allows you to customize the settings of an already uploaded scene. This is great when you are doing different tests, or if you want to see to do some low resolution tests first, you can do that by choosing your resolution. You can also choose to do a crop of your file like this. And after that, you use the send export render settings. This will get all the settings from V-Ray or Corona and add it in a JSON file. You can choose to export this file and manually add it here, or you can choose to send directly to the browser. And this will post the settings to the opened create new render job window. So at this point, I can create and submit. If I create another job with the settings turned off, it will render exactly how the scene got uploaded. You can check the download on the CGIFarm sync, and you'll see 2 jobs added here. This pause means that you will pause the frame downloading even if the job got finished. So if you have multiple jobs and you want to set sort of priority on how to download these, you can do this. You also have the ability to set the download and upload type. It's the same thing for both. If you set it on balanced, all the jobs will download frames at the same time. If you set it on first in, first out, it will download them in the order they got finished. Same for the upload package type. If you set it on first in, first out, it will upload it in the order they got submitted. I will choose to leave it on balanced, and I will come back when I get the frames finished. Alright, so the frames finish rendering, and we can take a look at the preview. They should also get downloaded automatically by the CGIFarm sync. Clicking this folder will bring in the folder where it got downloaded. So this is the region rendering that we've done, and yeah, here should be the full render. So there you have it. In a few minutes you can have the package uploaded, and you're free to create as many jobs as you want. With the custom render settings, you can set up the resolution for different cameras, as you have the option to create jobs from the same 3ds Max scene by changing the camera. But if you have portrait shots for some type of cameras, you are going to need the render settings exported for that particular job creation. Thank you very much for watching, and in the end I want to let you watch the in-depth video tutorials. You are going to see step by step in a much more detailed manner all the things that I tried to cover and some new ones. And inside this playlist I'm going to add all the features that we keep working on and we released in different versions. Have a great day and enjoy using CGIFarm.